All right, Aiden Ross's therapy session, part 5. Let's get it.
I completely said that wrong. I'm sorry. Like I should have explained it and you got it
I mean,
better. But you got to get what I'm
but
saying. You got what I'm
so
trying to
so
say.
so so yeah. Here's what I hear you say. You're trying to put me in a hypothetical example
Yeah,
in which you paint someone who's like got this extreme, and then you paint someone who's got this extreme,
yeah,
and you're kind of pointing out to me, hey, fuck nuts, it's not that complicated. There's
yeah,
two types of women in this world. Which one would you rather marry, bro?
yeah.
And then if I say I would rather marry this one, right? Let's say I'd rather marry the European. Then how would you feel?
Like good shit, doctor. You're smart,
And if I said the other one,
doctor. No, brother. That's the one you don't want to marry. Go marry the other girl. She's better
why?
for you, bro. All right.
Bro said why? Like, oh my god, he might be really just really dumb, bro. Like he might just be really really dumb, bro. Like, do you want a wife you have you with you can have a intellectual conversation, or you want a wife with no intellectual conversation, but she has more tits and ass, bro? Come on, bro. Like, let's
Doctor.
be honest.
Oh, I got you. Let me
I
bring it
feel
down a little
gotten.
more. This Instagram girl. She has two baby daddies, two different guys. She has 500 bodies, and she
Go crazy, Aiden.
I
Go.
told you she's like half naked on Instagram.
Go crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This other girl, the European girl, no social media. You know what I'm saying? She
Two
has
bodies. Two bodies.
two bodies,
Yes, sir. Let's
and
go.
she
Fully
just
closed.
you
Almost
guys hit
fully.
it off intellectually. Like you guys are like, it just feels so good. It feels like you guys are connected.
Come on,
Okay.
bro.
Who would you rather marry?
So let's assume let's say that I marry the European. I'd rather
Yeah.
marry the European, right? But I think there's a big
Yes.
difference because you're presupposing that one of them has an emotional connection. The real
Yes.
question is if you so like because you're saying that the emotional connection. So what are you hearing me say, Aiden?
I know what you're.
I'm
I know.
happy. I'm happy to say whatever. Like you can construct the scenario in whatever way. Like you get that you can construct the scenario in whatever way. If one of them has a year to live, has cancer, has HIV, has all this shit, and this the other thing is what you it's subtle, right? Because you're doing something really interesting. You're adding promiscuity to a set of other negative traits.
Sorry. What's promiscuity? I'm sorry. I'm just not
Having
really.
sex with a lot of people, right? You're not saying the scenario you're giving me is rigged, right? Because it's not like you meet this person.
Why it? But that's how it is, bro. Like, I don't think doctor understand, bro. That's how it is. Like, he is with these girls, like, you know, who are that way. Like, really. Like, he's not just. I mean, he's inventing like 500 bodies and stuff like that. But, bro, like, some of them really have 500 bodies, or at least like 100 or something, and the other one, like, that's how it really is, doc, in this world right now, in this younger generation. Like, come on,
She's
bro.
only
Like,
been she's intellectual, she's beautiful, she's amazing, she's a saint, she's awesome, she's European because apparently that has some extra appeal, and she slept with 500 dudes, right? Like so, like you're sort of creating this scenario where like there's promiscuity on one side, or like having sex with a lot of dudes, but there's also a shitload of other things. And then if I keep on saying no, what are you going to keep doing? You're going to keep on adding other shit
If I
until
was
you
your
get a
boy,
yes.
if I was your boy, okay.
I'm
You,
talking
you just
about
gotta
the
you just
scenario.
gotta
I'm
I
talking
know,
about
but
the scenarios.
you just gotta get it. You're actually politically correct the way you're wording things. You're right. Technically, there's so many different breakdowns you give me and stuff. You're not wrong. What I'm trying to say is, bro, if I have a boy who is dating a hoe, if everyone you guys want, if you have a boy who is with a hoe, with a girl who is just wrong to him,
like I really am like, is he dumb? Is this doctor really dumb? Like, is he not understanding the difference between a HOE and a queen? Like, let's be really really like, that's like as simple as, like, you can't explain it more simpler than Aiden did, because Aiden I'm sorry, Aiden, you are not the smartest, right? You're one of the most wholesome, honest, and direct, funniest guys I've ever like known in, of course, only in the internet. But you are not the smartest, bro. And the way he explained it was so simple, bro. So simple. That was basically the difference between a HOE and a queen. So now, would you ever marry a HOE, Doc? Yes or no? No. You would rather, come on, bro. Like, you would rather marry a queen who is decent, who, has just two bodies, have intellectual. Come on, bro.
All these
Come on.
things like
What do you
is
mean by wrong to him?
just sorry, not wrong to him specifically, just wrong like a girl that has her morals all fucked up, right? And nobody's perfect, by the way. I'm just saying, like, it's as my boy, if my boy was in that situation, I'd be like, yo, bro, no, 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 get another one. That ain't it.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Do you think
Yeah.
people who are very sexually active can end up in happy, fulfilled marriages?
Yes, there's these things called hoe phases in my generation. Everyone goes through a hoe phase, Doc.
Okay.
I went through a hoe phase. I don't want to go through a hoe phase anymore.
But for some, it's not a phase. Basically, it's their job. You know, like it's their job, and especially, but that's also on Aiden. If you do a transaction, like you give them money, and for doing it, like, come on, bro, like, what do you expect, really? Like, and the way like you searching these women, come on, like DMing them, on your main account, 6.4 million AR, you know, big Aiden Ross and stuff like that. Come on, bro. Like, come on. Like, it is way too easy to like not turn it down. Like, I give you 5K. I give you 5K, bro. Like, even the decent girls might just do that. Like 5K, a big house, with somebody who has status and stuff like that, because everybody loves status. And but I want, of course, I would like to have an intellectual girl or woman who is like intellectual enough to never even do that. But it's just nice to like get 5K really quick for a little bit of, but and like, I always like boys saying, if I was a girl, I would do it too, But let's not get into that. All right.
Now, I'm allowed to go through a hoe phase, but if a bitch goes through a hoe phase, fuck no. Send her ass to the curb.
Is
That was
that
a
a
joke.
joke? Okay.
Yes, yes,
That's a
yes,
joke. Okay.
yes, yes.
So
It's a joke.
so
I mean,
so women, everyone's allowed to go through a hoe phase.
okay. Can I be honest with you? A girl's allowed to go through a hoe phase if she's upfront honest about it. I think not a girl in general. I think everyone is. If you're upfront honest about your whole past, you tell them like everything what you've done, and you're very direct, and you don't find anything out like that's hidden and stuff. I'm okay with that. I think when you're older, people realize that like it's cool. Like it's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
cool.
I think honesty and transparency and authenticity are important parts of a relationship,
I think so too.
right? So
But a lot of girls lie about their body counts. A lot of girls lie about their past and stuff. In my generation, I
well,
don't know
why
about
do you
yours.
think that is?
Insecurity.
What does that mean? What are they
Women,
insecure?
if a woman has a lot of bodies, she's known as a hoe.
Insecurity. What does that mean? I just have a doctor title in on paper. You know, I'm not really a doctor for real. I just paid them a lot of money. I don't even know what insecurity means. Come on, doc. Like, what
My
is going
generation.
on? Like, I don't understand that, bro.
And whose fault is that?
The girl.
I don't think so, right? Because what the girl is trying to do is avoid your judgment.
Yeah, but you should be honest.
I
My mom
agree.
said you. My mom said you shouldn't lie. You lie, you're
I don't
gonna.
know what we're talking. Okay, Andrew, let me take a step back. Is this
Andrew?
useful? Do you think this is a good conversation?
No, why don't we go to something that makes more sense? This is like a stupid topic.
What makes this stupid?
It just doesn't really. It's just like dumb. It's like you and I see different. You know what I mean? Like it's like there's no
Yeah,
point to really talk
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
I
it's just
agree.
like,
I
Thank
agree with you that
God,
there is
bro.
less point to talk about this.
yeah.
I'm just a little bit curious. What did you hear me say about like this whole like what determines whether someone is a hoe or a
Bro, oh
queen?
my
I'm not gonna lie,
God.
doctor. I'm not trying to be ignorant, but I think like my perspective and experience on life makes me like I already have this shit like in my head. Like it is ignorant. It is like super like judgmental and stuff. Like, and I'm admitting that, but like it's like I already have like I already kind of like know like what I want in a woman, and I already kind of know what I. Well, I told you, doc. I mean, I might not even fucking get what I want. Who knows?
Yeah, so I'm hearing that you're not open-minded on this topic.
Yeah. I just think we should move on.
Okay.
It's just like just it's pointless. It's like it doesn't
Yeah.
like it's not that it's pointless. It's just like there's a lot more topics we could have that are way more interesting.
Okay.
Oh yeah, thank God, bro.
What's
Aiden is really the bigger person right here. It's crazy to say that, but Aiden is the bigger person right here because he saw it's pointless. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand Aiden. You know, the way like he really doesn't, you know? And I'm telling you straight up, the younger generation, like all of them, almost all of them understands Aiden completely, you know? And that's where the there is a like he's not really into that culture, you know, and know those generation really really well. I guess not, Doc. I guess not. You know, even I mean, bro, I'm 30, okay? I'm 29, so it's like, come on, bro. Like I'm still in the 20s, just like Aiden. Come on, like I know y'all, you know, I know y'all, you know, understand what you mean, Aiden. Come on, bro. So Aiden, if you ever see that, bro, give me a chance, bro. Let's talk about it. Like, let's talk intellectual, whatever it is, bro, about HEOE, how to find a decent girl. You know, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Come on.
pointless about this?
Because you and I see different. Like
We see different.
yeah, I think we see different, and I think you're correct with a lot you're saying and in the way you're speaking, but like I have a different perspective I think than you do. Like I think like my perspective, like I've already like experienced what I've experienced, so like I'm automatically gonna think the way I think. Does that make sense? Like I already have like
Yeah. We don't have to talk about it more, but I just want to share one last thing with you. Is like, so I think that's what makes it worth talking about, is that you have an automatic
Oh
perspective.
my God.
yeah,
Right?
definitely. Yeah, for sure.
And so I think one of the really interesting things is if, like, as we go through life, it is very normal for us to form conclusions about how life works, how people work, right? And then the interesting thing is that if we stop and re-examine our life, we can come to different conclusions.
Yeah, I agree.
We don't have to continue.
He
Okay.
he doesn't understand it. He still doesn't understand it, bro. Like he just don't.
The reason I
Like,
brought some of this stuff up in the first place, I don't even know where this came from, but
oh
I know,
my
I know.
God.
I think the one thing that I'm trying to signal to you is a couple of things. One is that it seems like having sex and making love has more to do with what's in the inside of you than it does.
Definitely. I agree.
Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is that, and I'll tell you why I'm even talking about this now, because I mean, I have a reason why I think this is important, is that I'm concerned, Aiden, that, so I want to help you not be alone at the age of 30, let alone 40, whatever, okay? And the thing is, just based on, once again, my experience, and the whole point of having conversations is that we're going to have different experiences of life. We're going to come to different conclusions, right? Totally cool.
Right.
And then the neat thing is that maybe I'm trying to tell you to get on a chair and you're just saying, fuck you. Sorry, what you were saying, like, don't climb on the table. And you're like, no, when someone tells me to climb on the table, I got to climb on the table. So I'm wondering if that's going on here. But my point is that I think, first of all, the way that you relate to women has more to do with, I feel like I'm getting a disconnection. So sometimes when you talk about it, it seems like your interactions with women are determined by them. Like, this person is this way because of their behavior. This person is this way because of their behavior.
I don't judge anybody based on their past. I come from a fucked up past. I had a whole phase myself. I'm just saying, like, I'm just go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
I'm not necessarily saying that you. My point is that it's determined out there. Like women are, there are two types of women, right?
There's hoes and queens, 100%. Yes, in my generation, doc.
Whatever,
hoes and
whatever.
queens.
I'm not.
No, there's not what I promise
Oh
you,
And
my
doc.
my
There
point
isn't.
is that like
God.
something within you determines what.
Get over with it, doctor. Get over with it. Like, you are not the bigger person right here. Like, Aiden really, oh my
Whether you're fucking
God.
or making love. It's
Yeah,
not just
definitely.
them, right?
Yeah.
And the reason that's important to me is because you want to end up with someone that you want to make
Oh, important for him, his ego. Okay,
love
let's.
with,
That's correct.
right? And so then the question becomes, if you want to end up with someone that you want to make love with, and you can
Wait.
have feelings for, I'm trying to think of a word that's not hoe, but I just can't think of anything. Right? So and my point is that there could be a group of people like there could be someone out there that you fall in love with that could be a successful relationship. And I say this as someone who's worked with, just to give you an example.
But who would you have more likely, with who you would have a, a higher chance of a successful relationship with, right? With an intellectual girl who is decent, who is dressed up decent, and is not all over social media and has rumors on her and stuff like that. Two bodies, or with the one who you don't have intellectual connections with, but she has rumors, she has 500 bodies. Like, I don't think he still understand it. Like, that's so easy, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Don't have to get more into this. I don't need to. I just want you to understand one thing, and you don't have to understand if you disagree, is that you have a contribution. There's something in here that determines the way that you relate to people, women. That's all I want you to take away from this. And if we can agree on that, we can move on. That determines the way that you relate to people, women. That's all I want you to take away from this. And if we can agree on that, we can move on.
Wait, so say that last part again.
Something in here determines your relationship with a woman. That's it.
Bro, that's for everybody. Like, oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Like, he can't tell me that it's not something in here, that determines the relationship with his wife. That make him say, I love you and nobody else. It happened here inside. Of course, it's like we are human beings. Like, it happens for everybody, bro. Like,
That's all
oh
I'm
Yes,
asking.
it's actually right
God.
here in my brain. Yes, not my heart, my brain.
Nothing in here changes your relationship to women?
Oh, my penis.
No, your heart. I mean, sure, your penis, your brain, your. I can't tell if you're joking or you really don't think that.
No, like, bro, doctor, I get what you're saying. You're correct. Everything you're saying. I get it. I told you, I'm ignorant based off perspectives in my life. I'm ignorant. You're probably right. There's probably girls out there that have had a whole past that are queens now. Great, but my perspective, my generation, there's some fucked up girls who do fucked up things, and I try to not put myself in that position. So
Sure. So
Yeah.
I think that like my
That's
point is
it.
that the way
That's
you,
it.
all I'm what are you hearing me? What are you hearing me conclude?
that it's my heart that basically is the reason why I differentiate women.
That you what?
Dif-
Divide women up to queens and hoes.
No.
differentiate.
No, actually, not
Differentiate.
exactly. So here's what I'm saying. All I want you to just really think about
Yeah.
is that in a relationship with another human being, that
Yeah.
relationship is not determined by who they are. It is
It's
determined.
what I feel.
They bring a piece of it to the table, and you bring a piece of it to the table.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. And now we're going to get to like the stuff that we were talking about earlier, which is like the lack of sensitivity that you have. So you feel numb in some way.
Correct.
Okay. So it feels weird to go back here. So
No, go ahead. I'm cool with this, bro. We can go back to the other topic. Go ahead.
but so I'm just so derailed. Give me a second.
Why? Why you derailed?
there's a whole different energy and dynamic to this the conversation we just had about relationships to the conversation we were having before.
I agree. The energy definitely shifted, Doc. I agree.
Right. So it just takes me a second to like move away from that. I was also the language that you used changed the way that I felt in the conversation.
Well, yeah, I used hoe and I used queen. Yes.
Yeah. So it's
He really went Indian, bro. He really went Indian accent, bro. Like that was crazy, bro. He still doesn't understand it,
just
but it's
that
okay.
affects me.
Yeah. I mean, why does it affect you?
Felt in the conversation.
Well, yeah, I used hoe and I used queen. Yes.
Yeah. So it's just that affects me.
Wait, if it affects you, what? Who is determining why it's affecting you? Yourself. It determined by yourself if it's affecting you or not. That's why I'm saying it's for everybody, always, because everybody, okay, not everybody, but let's say 99% of human beings are in the ego state, you know, and that's why he's like, it affects me if you say that, where I'm like, okay, are you a woman now? Like what or what's going on? Like,
Yeah. I mean, why does it affect you?
Why does it affect me, or how does it affect me?
why? He said why.
Both. Why and how does it affect you? Why
So
does
the
that
first
trigger?
thing is that I feel uncomfortable and defensive being in a conversation where that language is being used.
Is he serious? Is he really serious? He even say it himself, that saying, Aiden, you are a HOE. Is he really serious now? Like, oh my God. Doc, you are not just unsure and stuff. Like, you are actually a puss, bro. That's
That's just our
crazy.
generation, how we speak. Like, it's like you said it when you first joined. I'm a boomer,
I
right?
don't need a reason. I'm just sharing with you why it's hard for me to make the shift.
I don't need a reason, but I need to I need to give you a reason why that makes me uncomfortable. But I don't need a reason from you. Like, what are you, like a hypocrite also? What else?
Okay, but I know I'm just trying to leave that out there. That's all.
That's it's like
Yeah.
you use that language and whatever you can call it generational if you want to.
I think it is.
Huh?
I said I believe it's generational. Most
Sure.
people that yeah.
And so that's just why it's hard for me to shift back into like where we were before.
Yeah.
It takes me a second.
Yeah,
Oh
hell
my
yeah.
God.
So
Like, I'm done with him
because like
for real. I'm done for him with him for real. Only if you like if somebody is requesting me a video of with him, and like another streamer, then maybe yeah, because I do it for the viewers. If you have any recommendations or requests on a video, tell me, bro, and I will do it. I probably will do it.
you're schooling me about dating in your generation, and that's a different feel from like let's talk about sadness, loneliness. I think that they're both actually really productive conversations. I really appreciate you for having both of them with me. Like I feel honored to be a part of both of those conversations. Also
Yeah.
scared to be a part of the last one, but like
He tried to school you, but you didn't understand still. You still don't understand that. Like that is crazy to me. Like he said it's so simple, with the simplest explanations ever, and he still didn't understand it. Like this is actually hilarious. Like I can't. Let's just laugh it off. Like I can't be mad about it anymore, bro.
I can hold two feelings at the same time, right?
No, don't be scared, man. It's just like
You can't hold two feelings at the same time. You can only hold, not that you hold the feeling, but you are the feeling. And there's just one feeling you can have at one time, bro. Like, let's be honest.
I want people got to realize like there's really modern day pimping going on in the world. Like for example, these guys are now signing OnlyFans girls. You know what I'm saying? And it's like modern day pimping in a way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
What's wrong with me being scared?
I guess you're right. Scared is good. It's a feeling.
Yeah.
It's not, bro. Like, bro is 40, still scared of things. You know, like, oh my god, bro. Like, no, I said it on the previous videos. If you wanna see it, and you don't remember anymore, just look at it. You know, you will find it about scared. What's about scared? You know, I'm not
Right.
doing it
I can be
anymore.
scared.
No.
Yeah, I'm just
I,
saying, my
I,
generation.
I
It's
appreciate you looking out for me. So what I heard when you said that was that you're looking out for me, and I felt the love there. That was nice of you. Thank you.
I got you, doctor.
Well, yeah.
No,
Like,
you're gonna
how white did he make his, like, the brightness is insane, I feel like.
ask. I actually want to hear what you're gonna ask.
I was gonna ask you to remind me of what we were talking about and what feels relevant to you.
I forgot what we were talking about before. I think the desensitized
Yeah.
thing.
So when we were talking about relationships, how did you feel?
It was honestly just interesting.
So interesting is, I know it sounds kind of weird, is not really a very good word for a feeling. I'm not trying to be judgmental there, right?
No,
So
you're not.
I don't.
It's very basic. I agree.
Right, right. So like, what do you think you were feeling in that conversation?
Um, I liked having that conversation because it's like I enjoyed it because it's it felt good. Well, not good, but it's just like
Yeah.
I knew. Well, yeah. I mean, it's just like I know the difference
Really?
between, well, my perspective on life, how I feel about certain women. Now that might change when I'm older, doctor. That might change when I'm 25 or 30. You know what I'm
So
saying? As of right now, I just know the difference between you know what I'm saying?
can I share with? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just know the difference in my generation when between a hoe and a queen.
So here's what I felt from you emotionally. I
Yeah.
felt confidence. I felt certainty. I felt you being on sure footing.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is
What do
basically
you think about that?
confidence.
What's the last word you used?
Like, why does it matter? Like, I never understand that until somebody is telling me, like, why does that matter? Like, how you feel about that, and now how you feel about that, how you feel about that, and you know, I just want to know how I feel about this, and you how I feel about you, and you are confident, and like, why does it matter? Like, why? For real? Like, for what does that matter? For what?
Sure footing, like you're on solid ground.
Yeah, I'm standing on it for sure.
He's standing on
Is that how you
business.
felt?
Standing on
Yeah.
business. Hell yeah.
Right. So like I think that there's something
Standing on
very
business.
attractive
Okay, my bad.
about
My
all of
bad.
that because
My bad.
it makes you feel good.
Oh, thank you. Call me attractive.
I mean, I meant attractive for you,
Okay.
right? So like, do you see how like emotionally, there's no numbness when you're talking about that?
I do. The numbness isn't in really conversations. I like having conversations. I feel from conversations. Like the numbness comes from, I guess, daily life outside of conversations. The desensitization comes from that.
Okay. So I've detected numbness in you in our conversations, but when we're talking about other things. So for example,
Okay.
when you say it is what it is, I think that's you actually like numbing yourself out a little bit, right? Because like, what
Yeah,
are you going to
it
do
is.
about it? Right?
What am I
It's
going
kind
to
of
do exactly?
like there's no point in having the feeling,
Correct.
and then the feeling goes away.
That's right.
Right. So I think there's numbness, and like what I'm kind of noticing is that conversation about relationships was like really lively, right? It's like super energetic. I'm feeling uncomfortable. You're feeling on solid footing. And so there was like a little bit of reverse Uno here, where here I am talking about sadness and loneliness, and I'm like, fucking, I can swim in that shit all day. And it was kind of like a reverse of our positions. Suddenly you're
Right.
schooling me.
I'm not trying to school.
He doesn't like skate school, bro. This is I think that's a typical psychiatrist behavior because I tried to do that on the psychiatrist I had also, schooling her. You know what happened? Next the next session was like, yeah, I don't think like I can help you and stuff like that. And I'm like, all right, I get it, I get it, like you are not all that. I understand that, and it, it confirms it again, like he felt uncomfortable, because he is not in the position of teaching and schooling and being like the psychiatrist. I'm asking you questions. If you need something, you need help, I help you. But then Aiden was the one who is like, he's not really even schooling, he just trying to explain the difference between it. And he doesn't, he completely didn't understand it, and that I guess makes him it uncomfortable. But who is, making it like it determines like it's in you, it determines it determined it was determined from you that you getting uncomfortable, so that's your fault, like for example, I don't care, like for example, my cousin once said like, I feel smart if I talk with you, and I'm like, why is that, like, and she's saying like, yeah, I it's like, you know I can like tell you something and you're like, oh, okay, I take that and stuff like that. And I'm like, yes, because it's like, for me, it doesn't matter if I am the one who is schooling, I can school people, but I don't want to say schooling people. I say like, I can help people, you like learn and stuff like that, but I can learn also from other people, from the same people that I learned. I give learning sessions, let's say, yeah. Yeah. And the same people could help me learn something else. Like it is because it's not like that's the beauty in spiritualism. Like it's not like you are this and only this. Like I am the teacher and I'm the one who's teaching, and nobody can teach me. If somebody is teaching me, it's like, oh, wait a minute, now I'm not the teacher anymore. I'm feeling comfortable, uncomfortable, like it's like, oh, and I don't really get it. And they all say like I'm not getting it, and this is the whole generation that's get it, but I'm not getting it. Like, am I dumb? Am I stupid? Am I uncomfortable? You might as well, Dr. K. You might as well. But I'm not saying that. I'm like, oh, that's how it works. Like, I'm not the teacher anymore, you know? I can be the pupil, the student. And now the person who I just taught something is the teacher and I am the student. Like, it doesn't matter for me. Like, but that's how you learn things, You can be the teacher, but you can also be the student. It depends, Like, if somebody needs help from you and wants to learn something from you, great. Like, you are the teacher then, right? But then somebody comes, and say like, yeah, I don't think you understand that correctly, like this and that, and I'm listening like a student, and I'm listening. Okay, yeah, you're right. And if it's really right, I'm like, oh, you're right, thank you, I learned something new. Like, and I'm not uncomfortable through that. And that's what spiritualism is all about. If you are nothing, that's the beauty. Okay, if you're nothing, you can be everything, because nothing fits in everything, like the number zero, which is like nothing, zero, right? Nothing fits in every number, you know, and it fits perfectly. Like 1 plus 0 is 1 still, but the 0 is got added into the 1. You know what I mean? Also, 2 plus 0 is 2, and stuff like that. So if we are replacing the numbers with roles, right? One is teacher, two is student, three is like, I don't know, uh streamer, four is brother, six is father, and seven is son. Sometimes you are the father, to your son, but if you still have a father, then sometimes you are the son, and your father is telling you something. You can do all that, but still, at the end of the day, when the day ends, shout out to Rakai and the whole Clover Boys and Kai and stuff, AMP. But at the end of the day, if the day ends, you are still nothing. You don't have to be anything. But at the day you were the teacher, you were then a student and stuff like that. You learned something, you taught a few people something and stuff like that. And that's the beauty, like we can be anything, but at the end of the day, we should know or understand like we are nothing and nothing can really hurt us. And we are just basically playing roles.
Fool you. I'm just want to inform you. I'm gonna say this, and I mean this in like the kindest. Don't take it the wrong way, please. And I'm gonna say it. Like, just listen to what I say. And I gotta say it all right. When I'm okay,
Oh,
when I was 20, or not even me, I'm not even using me as an example. I don't know who's 20 years old in here. And I don't want to sound ignorant. 20-year-old in my generation is smarter than a 20-year-old in your guys' generation.
Okay.
And I'll explain why. They're more,
yo.
how do I say it? Enhanced.
Hey, bro, like that is the crazy thing. I'm telling you, the younger generations are smart as hell. I talked with a few of my viewers on Twitch, bro. They are like 16, 17, bro. Okay? One has an IQ of 123. 123. You know what my IQ? 95. 95. Like that's a difference of 28. 28, bro. Like 28. 28, and he is smart as hell. And he wasn't the only one who was smart. There was another one who like is just turned 18 or 17 who was also smart as hell. And I'm telling you why that is, okay? I'm telling you why that is. Because they learn from TikTok and they learn from a young age. When you learn from a young age, you learn things way, way faster. And we, the older generations, just basically had school. And then, after like, let's say like, I mean, I could have also learned a lot of things, to be honest, but I refused to and just played games actually. Um, and now it's like, now actually I am learning. I'm starting to learn just now, and I'm still like, wow, amazed by the younger generation. That's why I'm saying younger generations, everybody who is like, I don't know, younger than me, 29, okay? If you're younger than me, even hell, if you are the same age like me, right? I really think so. You could change like the world. You are the future, all right? You are. I'm calling y'all the golden generation. Yeah, please, like I'm trying, like of course, to be not I'm trying to be, but I can lead also. Like I am a leader, and but the thing is, we should all be leaders, right? So I want to make out of y'all leaders, who can lead, right? And not to be mere followers because y'all are so smart and y'all understand things so fast where I'm like, if I explain the spiritual stuff to y'all and y'all understand it and then you have a better life, then you automatically become or you automatically are like leaders basically, and I feel like y'all can change everything, like the whole world, because you all understand the internet and stuff like that, TikTok and stuff, all of that so much better. and you just got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Really, y'all got it. And I'm not like glazing. Okay, I might am a little bit glazing a little bit too hard, but y'all see the younger generations, like how insane they are, with streams and stuff like that. And I'm just surprised also how smart y'all really are. And I'm also like, I'm sorry to put the pressure on y'all. I'm not about really try to put pressure on y'all, but it's like if you realize what y'all are not getting pressured anymore. Like nobody can pressure you ever, because I actually see that y'all are getting pressured, through society and stuff like that, and y'all pressuring other people and stuff like that. And but that makes you like get really smart, really healthy, and y'all taking care of your skins and stuff like that, where I'm like, wow, they really do it all, they do it all. But not so much in the spiritual side, where I'm like, I could be still the leader until y'all are leaders, and I'm like, y'all don't need me anymore. Like, y'all are the newer generations. Y'all take care of it, of the world, because the other, the older guys, even older than me, like they are a little bit like, I'm sorry, but they are like already pretty fixed on their mind, they are like, work is great, you need a job and stuff like that. And people nowadays, like the younger generations, or like my generation, they know, they understand the system and stuff like that, and it's like we don't need to work like really, you know and we could not change the system, but we can just not use the systems, or any kind of systems or concepts at all, because it doesn't matter which kind of system thought is creating, there are always some flaws into it, in there, there are always some flaws in there. And I feel like y'all should not, um y- you will understand it if y'all realize what y'all really are. And I'm sorry, this will put some of y'all into pressure, but if you realize it all, you will never get pressured ever again. And I want that for everybody, not just the younger generation, but the older generations also, where everybody is mentally in a good place and see things as it is. And then it's like automatically like, okay, we now know the system doesn't work. It doesn't matter which system, like democracy, communist, monarchy, or whatever kind of she's there are, or C's, like democracy, monarchy, or whatever, like whatever it is, put it away. We don't need any kind of system. We are smart enough to live in this world and survive that world and show love to each other. We should be intelligent, really intelligent human beings. And as a really intelligent human being, if we are really intelligent beings, then we should never kill. We should never slaughter other things that are alive ever. Especially like things that can also move and has a face and stuff like that. Like, why? Like, you should, like, because that is barbaric, to do that. If you are really intelligent, like truly intelligent, because intelligence is also equal to love, then you should have so much love and intelligence to see that it's wrong to mass slaughter and mass farm animals. I hope you understand that. But yeah, that's basically the announcement for your younger generations.
in a way. Like, we got this. My uncle doesn't know how to use a fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to say this the wrong way. It's gonna sound so dumb. I really don't want to, like, you gotta really understand what I'm saying. I'm sometimes really bad at explaining things, but like a 20-year-old in my generation, I feel like in a way is more experienced than a 20-year-old in your generation. So I think that, like, dude, does that make sense?
So here's what I'm hearing. So this conversation has the same energy to me as the last conversation that we had, which is sure footing, confidence, you really have a clear view of the world and everything makes sense.
Yes.
So
And he's feeling uncomfortable. Oh my God, bro. Put the ego aside, bro. Learn something, bro. It's such a boomer move. It's such a boomer move. I'm sorry, bro.
I see a lot of excitement from you, but I don't think that this is having this conversation. Like, you can school me all. I don't mind being schooled by you, by the way.
I'm not trying to school you. I'm not trying to school you at all. I'm not
I
trying to do
think
that at all.
I'm going to stop using that word because that's
Yeah, that's a
whatever.
bad word, bro.
My point is that
That's a bad word. That's why like, he's probably back at like my father schooling me, you know? And I had this energy that Adin was the bigger person. And of course, egos don't like that.
this conversation is going to be the same as before, where I can ask
It
you
is.
about your opinion.
It's going to go back and forth. It doesn't even matter because
so
we're not going to agree.
the other thing, it's not about not agreeing, whatever. Sure.
About what
But
is
I think
it?
the other thing is that in these conversations, we're not talking about you anymore. You're talking about society. You're talking about generations. There's no
Correct.
room in there for your experiences and your personal feelings or mine. Does that make sense? Because we're commenting
does.
about that shit over there.
I get what you're saying. It doesn't make sense, but
What?
at the same time, it's like that's why I kept saying it's my perspective on the other topic. I kept saying like it might sound ignorant. It might be ignorant. I'm just saying how I feel based off my experiences. You know what I mean?
Sure. So, what would you like to talk about, Aiden?
I don't know. Well, I was doing great this year, lifting weights and losing weight and stuff. And then I went through something traumatic, and then I started sipping lean.
You started what?
Sipping lean, sipping codeine and promethazine, codeine and yeah.
And what makes that? What feels important about that to you to talk about today?
Oh
It's
my
bad.
God.
What's bad about it?
It's just like it's a fix that I did when I was going through something traumatic and I was doing super good in the gym, and it kind of like ruined a lot of things around me. And
Bro doesn't know what that is, bro.
it's just
Come
like a
on.
super
It's
bad
okay.
reliant fix. You know what I mean?
My bad.
It's just drugs. It's like liquid heroin. That's what they call it. So it's bad.
Have you considered seeing a professional about something like that?
I don't need to. I haven't done it in a couple months. I stopped. I wasn't highly addicted, but I was on it for a while.
Is it okay if I ask you a little bit about seeing professionals, like professional mental health people?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Here we
ask me
go.
whatever you
Here
want.
we go. Here we wait. Okay.
So I'm hearing that
Here we
it's not a
go.
problem anymore, so you don't need to see a professional.
Here we go, bro.
Yeah. I don't think about it. I don't crave it at all. I don't. You know what I mean?
Then
That's a lie, bro. And you know that because you just said like, can you subscribe me, or how you call it? Subscribe me, right? Subscribe me, lean. Bro, come on.
why talk about it?
Come on, Ada.
I'm just giving you an update what I did this year. I
Okay.
was in the gym. Yeah.
Okay. So just kind of like this is what you went through.
Yeah. And then I was on this path of kind of like
Like I'm getting the energy of Dr. K wanting the control again, the control and or the comfortable spot again, as the psychiatrist helping people, and he didn't like when it was like something else, about generation, which but was all still, you know, like because everything has a connection. Like that's something some people don't understand. Like they are like sometimes, oh Johnny, like you are jumping from this to that to that to that, but if you would listen to everything I would say, it would be like it's jumping from this to this, and it's a cycle, bro. But nobody would ever listen to me for that long. I'm telling you straight up. Like I talked once, like with my sister for like 5, 6 hours straight, trying to explain it to her, and she's like, or a cousin or whatever, and they are all like, "You are jumping from this place and this place," and I don't quite understand, and I'm like, "Well, guess what? You?" Okay, no, no, no. Like, like, just go with it. Like, don't get fixed on one thing, right? Go with it, like, and I explain it to you, and then it's like, oh, he really comes back to this. And even if I don't, it's like, just move with me. It's not like stay there fixed like y'all always do, being fixed on a specific problem, being fixed on a specific topic. And I'm like, come on, guys, like, let's go to all the topics because they are all interrelated, because it's all about thoughts, it's just all about thoughts. So it's like, it doesn't matter where I jump into. It's like, it's eh, eh, at the end of the day, they gotta end, and at the end, it's thoughts that are the root of all problems.
I guess people call it the controversial era, where people that really don't know me, that aren't a part of my community, that just don't know me, they would see these articles and things and just assume I was an asshole. I would say things like there are two genders in this world. I made a tweet saying there are two genders.
Okay.
Like I went through like this controversial era, and that was labeled controversial. So when I made a tweet saying there was two genders, my talent agency dropped me from it. They said, "You look what he tweeted this morning. He said something super controversial."
And what was
Who?
what do you
When I made a tweet saying there was two genders, my talent agency dropped me from it. They said, "You look what he tweeted this morning. He said something super
Talent
controversial."
agency.
and what do you understand? Oh, help tell me about that. What's going on with that?
So I mean, I slowed down. I stepped out from making like tweets like that and stuff. But when I tweeted that out, it hurt a lot of people. I didn't do it to hurt people. I did it because a week before that, Twitter was on my ass about something old. My motive was like, cool, you guys want to target me for this? I'm gonna make a tweet, Twitter, and show you guys that, because they were trying to cancel me for something, cancel on Twitter. So I was like, okay, watch, I'm about to make a controversial tweet, try to cancel me now. And it was my craziest tweet. I think it has like 600,000 likes and like millions and millions of views.
And what were you kind of? Is
So-
that
so-
kind of the same sort of like thing where it's like if someone tells you don't do something, you're like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it?
Not really. I did it because I did a tweet because I knew it would stir. I knew people would like talk about it. I knew it would be controversial in my generation, even though it's not. But I made the tweet because I wanted to show cancel culture. Fuck you, cancel culture. Watch. And I did that tweet, and now people still. I think it's like, yeah, it's like people like it didn't matter. Like I didn't get canceled.
What makes you want to do that?
I wanted to show people fuck cancel culture. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna tweet out there's two genders. They're gonna try to cancel me. I didn't get canceled.
I understand that you wanted to show people something. What was driving you to prove your point?
The tweet, when I tweeted it, I knew it was gonna stir. So like cancel culture
Be a
is
little
trying
bit
to be on my
loose,
ass. Oh, what drove me to make the tweet was so like a week before, cancel culture was on my ass trying to cancel me on Twitter. And I was like, fuck you, cancel culture. I'm not gonna go for that. So I'm gonna tweet out there's two genders. And they were even more mad.
Okay, so this is great. Maybe we've hit our limit for the day, but maybe not. So let me point something out to you. So I'm asking you, you engaged in a behavior, right? You tweeted something out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm asking you, why did you do that? And then the answer that you give me is something else outside of you, right? They were trying to cancel you.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm curious about is stuff in the outside world happens. And then stuff in the outside world enters you. And then something else happens. And then you feel like doing something else.
Correct.
Right? Like there's a stimulus from the outside world, and then there's a response from you to the outside world. With me?
Yes, I'm with you.
What goes on in the middle? Like what happens within you when they try to cancel you? Like that's what I'm asking. I'm curious about how does one action that is done to you result in a response from you? Why did you do that instead of apologizing or any other of the 1,000 things that you could have done? Like not tweet anything negative.
I think maybe just the table thing we talk about. Like I like doing the opposite. I like most people would fold and apologize. I didn't care. I got banned from Twitch. That soft, one-sided platform. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck Twitch, fuck this, and that led to more shit, more stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, I just think, why would I apologize for saying there's two genders? There are two genders. So it's like I did it. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I did it.
So like when you say why would you do that? Do you? I feel emotional energy when you make that statement.
But why though? I'm saying like you said
Forget
like
about
why
the logic.
No, I'm just trying to ask you like why did you why though when you asked like why didn't you just apologize or do another route? It's because they're like what would I be apologizing for?
Sure, I'm not suggesting that you should apologize. What I'm kind of pointing out is that, so this is where I think the emotional numbness comes in. So generally speaking, when someone says something to me,
I'm stretching, bro.
it affects me in some way, and then my drive to act and the way in which I act is shaped by my internal environment. Right? So if someone says, "Fuck you, Alok, you're an asshole." And then I can feel one of two different things. I can feel ashamed, and if I feel ashamed, I will apologize. Or I can feel angry. I can feel affronted. I can feel territorial. And then if I feel angry, affronted, and territorial, I will turn around and I will say, "Screw you." Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
So the behavior and the weird thing is that the mind actually, the logic follows the emotion, not the other way around.
I just think,
Wait, what? Whoa.
The behavior and the weird thing is that the mind actually, the logic follows the emotion, not the other way around.
I just think, I actually agree with that.
Right? So if we're talking about emotional numbness, I mean, I'm just picking this as a random. I don't care what happened on Twitter. Honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, but I think that like what I'm kind of pointing out to you is that earlier you talked about being addicted to the high of grinding. And we're talking a little bit about how you have some of these feelings and you're not quite sure what to do with them. And you sort of like, you do a good job actually, right? So you learn how to crack jokes. You learn how to like accept it is what it is. You can't necessarily change it. There's no point in worrying, but the worry is still there at the back of your mind. And what I'm pointing out to you is that a lot of your behaviors, even jumping up on the table, I'm not sure how much in control of that you are.
What do you mean?
So like if someone says, "Adin, don't jump on the table," I don't know that you can control whether you jump on the table or not.
No, I definitely can control it, doctor. I think that's like why like my whole life is like where I am today. I think not listening to what everyone's doing. Have you ever seen the picture of it's like
But can you listen
to what?
to what other people tell you to do?
Of course, but like I have to experience it myself. Like that's how I
So then I'm hearing that you can't until you experience it.
Yeah, I mean I can listen, but I mean I'm still gonna probably want to do it myself. Yeah.
Right? So when you want to do something,
most people are like that though. Like for example, like when you grow up, when I grew up as a kid, when I grew up, I'm gonna stop overgeneralizing. When I grew up as a kid, I was curious, right? Like when I was in high school, I would sneak out and I would go to a party. Like that's just me being curious, even though my dad was like, "Yo, don't do that." Like you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like I just think it's about when I'm curious.
So let me ask you something. Do you control the curiosity or does the curiosity control you?
It's a good question.
It's not about what controls what, because that is the funny thing, right? The curiosity, which is the feeling, is a thought. And you know, who thinks you are something, you know, is the personality, which is built also by thought. So thought controlling thought, which is funny as hell. If you really like that. But it's over. 59 minutes. Thanks. Like, subscribe, comment, share, please. And wait, this is part uh Oh, wait. This is part 5. Yeah, this is part 5. We will see each other on the last part, which is part 6. Thank you for watching. Bye.